the area we're talking about is blocked off. What's back there is exactly what you see here, except it's dry rotting and needs a lot of repair. It takes you up to managers' offices. This area here is what I'm talking about. Possibly could have been another catwalk or hallway to this area here, which is ready to be a restaurant. It's just not. When we walk past the Crystal Orleans down here, you'll see the address is split. Over here, the Masquerade, I'm not very good on all the little, Le Masquerade de Orleans. It was a hat shop, mask shop for a long, long time. Now it's a pin shop with the same name. The So-So ornament shop or Christmas shop is just right back here around the corner. It's a tiny little shop and a lot of different things. A lot of people call this artist corner over here because you can get your face in the chalk. It's kind of cool. They've been here for forever. Right behind you in the what used to be the perfume shop is one of the few lessees left. Is now a jewelry shop. A lot of that jewelry is estate jewelry. Very nice old jewelry. So if you need to shop, women, you can feel out the tour anytime. It's good jewelry. Pretty nice. It's a nice quaint little shop. And if you look at all the floors, the detail in the shop that haven't changed a lot over the years, it's really nice construction back here and the depth and quality. Anybody been to Orleans? I've never been to New Orleans. Yeah. A lot of people tell me it looks a lot pretty close like it. Of course, there's no pearls and beads being thrown, but that one up in front I told looks like a hotel. So I haven't actually been there. There used to be a pastry shop. A lot of people missed that. When they rehabbed this restaurant, going blank for a second, you could walk up to a window where that little tree is and they have pastries. You could buy sometimes fresh, sometimes not so fresh pastries there. And they closed that up since it went back to table service. We needed some table service restaurants in the park, and now that's our second one. Maybe we'll get some more. So here you're going from Royal Street to Orleans Street this way. French Market will be on the end. Around the corner you have the Mid-Julep Bar. The restaurant, everybody familiar with the restrooms over here? Okay. The men will only notice this because they're the only ones to go back there. But you see sometimes employees going back and forth around the corner where you're at, right? That is where they have the big freight elevator and large paramedic runs, anything that needs anything big brought up there. Also takes you down into the deck and the pit. Just around the corner from really the huge ramp that you could almost drive a car in, but they don't. Only little electric vehicles for deliveries, things like that. There's about 5 or 6 or 7 little exits down there into the ride. You can literally go almost from door here to door there, and you're in totally different parts of the attraction. You're like, how did I get here? Because the thing moves around under itself. It's very confusing. And that stairway I described over in One of a Kind, once you get out of the basement, and you walk a little farther, and it's going to give you kind of a perspective of how the ride turns around under itself to get back to the show building, is it's in the grotto right before the last drop. You look to the left, you kind of see some depth. There's a door back there, and that's right behind One of a Kind down below. Yeah, that's also where you just loaded and went around. So you make a full circle to get down below before you go under the railroad tracks back to the show building. And in the area where the Pirates ship is, which is it's 3 or 4 stories tall. It's a pretty big building. We used to have a lookout where we'd sit and watch for Chester the Molester or people stealing your car, breaking into it. It was on top of Pirates. And once I climbed the catwalk on the outside instead of taking the inside route, and it's a pretty big climb. So there's a lot of ways up there. You got one of these, right? Okay. All right, we'll go around by the Mid-Julep Bar and go over by the mansion. Anybody for a group portrait? Yeah. Think they'll give us some discount? Why don't we stop here for a second? Now that I think about it. These are 2 of thought of a few things I had prepared for when I got here. So.
Yeah, run a band, Greg. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
Well, I was thinking about getting a group rate on a portrait. Need a bigger canvas.
Sorry.
2 other blank doors. Thought of a few things I had prepared for when I got here. So.
I brought a band, Greg. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
Well, I was thinking about getting a group crate on a porch. Need a bigger canvas.
Sorry.
Two other blank doors that service the restaurant. Could have been backstairs to maybe another portion of the gallery here. It goes up into the storeroom. What? For the ladies, the men's restroom area back Buddy and I came out there and we saw a little bit of a fire going. They were welding upstairs, neighbors were dropping through. It's about at the end in the finale where we already have fire. So that's authentic. Right across the railroad tracks, there's a door. Sometimes you'll see people go in. That's the sound room for the pirates. When I first started here, that sound room is usually from that light post maybe down to where the mint julep bar is. Stacks and stacks of computers with big reel-to-reel machines. After a lot of the rehabs, they went solid state, about as big as these two pieces here. So it's really consolidated quite a bit. The train station that now is called the New Orleans train station, it's called the Frontierland station for a long time, even after it was in New Orleans. And finally, I think I was still working here, and I left in '98. They had actually changed it to New Orleans Squares. That train station was at one time on the other side of the tracks, and we actually used it. You could go in it, go through it, and it's playing a message on the tap, the Morse code. Does anybody know what it says? Okay. More specifically.
Walt's dedication to the flag.
Well, okay, wait. Somebody gets it right, I'll actually give them this book.
Walt's opening day speech.
No, it's
Isn't it mistyped?
almost. It's not quite. It's shortened a little bit. What?
It's not mistyped, is it?
Sort of, yeah.
Spend your money.
What's that?
Get in here and spend your money.
Bail me out on Mortgage to the Hill. What did you say it was? Not quite sure. Anybody?
Not quite
Anybody?
sure. I
No?
knew, but
It's actually Welcome to Disneyland, not Welcome to this Happy Place. Over time, it got degraded somehow. And I found an article on the internet about a guy who knows Morse code. He's listening to it, and it doesn't make sense. Sounds like it's chopped up. He volunteered to help Disney out. It's been restored now, and it's basically Welcome to Disneyland and all the little rest of it. So almost right, pretty close. Now just junk and stuff is thrown in. It's not really. Unfortunately, I wish it was on this side, but you just got to look at it. The movie that you now see was originally at AA, or the American Adventure. The two brothers thing. You see them stand at the train station, and they used it here. Got a train station right there. And this is where they water up the trains. I'm sure you've noticed that. It's the one stop. Disney World, it's over in Toontown.